Tonight was formal night. Nothing out of the ordinary, as there was always 4 of them on a 14-day cruise. As per normal, I never wore my formal uniform, as over various contracts I had always won the argument to wear my blacks for health and safety reasons. The main reason was if I had to climb the fly floor of the theatre to do an emergency shutdown of equipment for whatever reason, I couldn't do it safely with a tie for choking reasons, or wear a restrictive dinner jacket which would restrict my reach. I digress. I was sat at my desk in the entertainment office, as yet again I was forced to be the acting production manager, as well as doing my main job of being the lighting engineer, when an email flashed up on my screen from the entertainment manager. The email read, "Due to the assistant entertainment manager is about to retire at the end of this cruise, your presence is required in the Peninsula room after the theatre operations are finished. Please bring all senior technicians with you." I was slightly pissed off. It was a party night in the career bar, and I had made plans to meet Newport. My plan would be to load my rucksack, known as the Bag of Dreams, with as much booze and mixers as it could hold, then slip off from the retirement party and into the career bar before the party finishes. Later that evening, the late show had just finished and we'd begun to strike the set. Normally doing both jobs, I would not have attended the strike due to working time directive, but because it was a party night, I wanted the stage boys to be able to make the bar before it closed. To speed up the strike and build, I had already made an agreement with the stage manager and the automation engineer that I would head up doing the flyers when we docked using on IPM and myself. All we had to do was clear the stage, as tomorrow's show was a guest entertainer who happened to be a comedian, and this cunt didn't need a full stage, so we would mask off the upstage area and build the set for the following night's show during rehearsals, which would only be a mic check, and to set the monitor levels in the sound check. Easy money. The set came down fast with no issues, as all the boys wanted to go to the party. The stage was clear within 30 minutes and all the power was shut down. I ran up to the deck 7 doors of the theatre and hit the fire door release switch to close the doors. I ran back down to the deck 6 section, then walked along the corridor along the fire doors behind me all the way to the casino. I power walked through the casino towards reception and asked for the sign-off book, turned the page to the theatre, then signed, initialed and entered the time. I closed the book and marched along the port side back towards the theatre, closing the fire doors behind me. I marched through the theatre and then backstage. I marched through the dressing room and locked the door behind me. I turned left and I was at my cabin, pulled out my key card and went inside. I stripped down to change and I removed my black polo shirt and wiped the sweat from my face and finished off with wiping my pits. I gave the dirty polo shirt a sniff test pungent, so I had the quickest of showers. I wet up, lathered up, wet off again and dry. I was showered and dressed in less than 10 minutes. I picked up 2 4-packs of beer and attached one either side of me onto my pager clips, picked up my rucksack and wallet and left my cabin. I marched through the backstage and down through the auditorium, went down to the corridor back towards the casino. Just before the fire doors was the starboard side of the Peninsula room. I opened the door and went inside. The room was full. As the door opened, the room fell silent. Everyone looked at me. I turned to look behind me to see if there was anyone else behind me. There wasn't. They were all looking directly at me. I could hear the pianist at the back of the room in uncontrollable laughter. This was going to be awkward. Everyone was dressed in formal attire, all the Ents hosts and all the show dancers, all the show singers, all the orchestra, all the guest entertainers, the hotel manager, the chief engineer, the HR manager, the head of security and even the captain were all dressed in their formal attire. Then you had me. I was dressed in flip-flops, cut-down jean shorts, a Bob Marley t-shirt, my tropical god-awful garish shirt that was open and my trademark red cowboy hat. The captain looked at me and I looked right back at him. The head of security looked at me and I looked right back at him. The entertainment manager glared at me with a scowl on his face and I looked right back at him with a cheeky smile. The room became tense with anticipation. Some people were probably thinking that I was going to be frog-marched out of here to be breathalyzed. They may have been right, but as I could hear the pianist laughing his arse off, I showed no fear. I was going to own this party and no one could stop me. I unholstered a can from its webbing from both sides and walked up to the captain. Can in either hand, I prized open both ring pulls with both index fingers and held one out to the captain. "Do you want one?" I said. "They're cold." The captain took the can from my right hand and took a swig and said, "Why are you dressed like a cunt at this formal event?" "Well, sir, I just didn't get the memo."